quote an umbrella policy with Encompass. First, let me show you guys the data information that we are using today. For today's training, it is going to be for Ronald Miller, and it has all the information inputted in here. We need to log into Encompass website, so we'll just pull the website up and input our username and password. So let's log in here and get to our screen. Oops, I think I typed in the wrong password here. 133, okay, and our password. And then log in. Once we log in, it will pull up the Encompass homepage here. Since the insured already was ran through EasyLink, these quotes will already be in there, so we'll just need to search for the insured. As you can see here, there's both an auto and a home already in here. You can choose any one of these quotes for the insured, so we'll just go ahead and click on the auto here since it's already in here. Once we pull up the auto, you can just click continue through. You see there's a field for you to click on Spray Companion Policy, and since we're a quoting umbrella, we want all the information to be dragged over, so we'll click on Spray Companion. It'll pull up a new screen here, and you can choose the line of business. So we are quoting an umbrella, so we want to do a monoline umbrella. And it asks us to pre-fill in a policy number. We have to just dummy this policy number in for now, just for the sake of the quote. And actually, since it's a quote, we can type in the quote original number here. So we'll just close out of there. And if you see there's an application number, we can just cut it and paste it. This is for the auto. So we'll cut that and input that in the vehicle policy number. And then we need to go back and get the home. So this is the home. So I'll just copy and paste that into the field and see if it'll let us still quote the umbrella with just those fields. And it did. So we just click continue and then automatically quote the insured name and the insured spouse name. We'll click continue here. It says please enter the vehicle or watercraft at least one, then effective date needs to be changed. Anytime you try to move on and get a quote, it gives you error message. You need to go back and address these two things. So let's go back to the policy information and make sure we use the correct effective date. And we want to use 28 because that's when the home is closing here. And the other question it asked is that to address with the vehicle information. So at least one of the effective date coverage needs to equal the effective date. Oh, okay, so we'll put the 28th here. Discounts, let's go back and make sure we did this right. Let's go back and see when the auto and home was included. It's June 22nd. We need to go back and change that so it matches. June 22nd, 2013. We'll just tab over. That would be the policy information. Driver information is correct. We need to please enter the watercraft information. So we gotta pull up the vehicle information here. So let's add vehicle information since it was already pulled. And we can pull the vehicle information from the vehicle application here. So let's pull that up just so that we can continue quoting it. We can just copy and paste the VIN number over to the umbrella quoting here and input that in and have it pulled over. It will allow us to. We'll just paste the VIN number here, tab over so it can automatically fill everything for you, and you can go back and revert back to your auto summary screen to fill out that information. If you notice, it's pretty much identical usage 1020 will work. Within days, annual mileage. $12,000. You need to input that there. Date purchase 1/1/88. Cost of the car $9,675. Interlock brake, 4-wheel. As you can see, I'm just copying this information from the prior quote just to make sure it matches everything. Airbags, no. Enter the F, no, yes, didn't. And then we will be driving this vehicle mostly, and it will be Ronald, 100%. If you notice, there's 2 vehicles on there, so we need to go ahead and add the second vehicle for Ronald's wife. We'll just copy and paste it here. Put the vehicle information here. We'll paste it and tab it so that the information is full. And it looks like Ronald his wife used this vehicle for pleasure only. And she drives about 8,000 miles for pleasure use. And then the date that they purchased the vehicle was 01/2010. So all the information is correct, and then Ronald's wife will be the primary driver here. So we'll continue. There's incidents already pulled from here. We just want to verify, and it is true, and that was pulled over. Prior insurance information. So it looks like they did have prior insurance information, and it's prior standard with minimum coverage. So we'll want to pre-fill that on here. 3060, prior carrier, other standard is what we want to put. We'll just put other one standard. Other standard is what we are looking for. So we'll just click on other standard. Place of prior carrier, it looks like 5 years or more. Length of continuous coverage, 5 years or more. Expiration date of policy, July 15, 2013. Years as auto customer agency 0 because they're a brand new client. And then are all vehicles registered to an insured? We'll click yes. And click continue here. It asks us for it pulls up an error message and it asks us vehicle, personal, umbrella, confirm liability. It wants us to make sure that the auto liability reached the minimum requirement, so we'll just have to verify yes on that. We'll just close it because we're only getting a quote here. So umbrella coverage, underlying limit, confirm liability, yes, understated amount, no. So we'll go ahead and click continue. We can just close out of this because all we need is a quote. If you notice, it quoted 2 autos here. We want to make sure, this is the umbrella portion of it, that there's a property covered under this umbrella. So even if we have to add it on here, add resident driver, if we need to add additional insurance. So we're just going to the screen, and then we want to add a property since they have home and auto. So we're going to have to pull up the if we can close out of this one. We want to pull up the homeowner's policy just so that we can pull that information over for our umbrella quote and make sure that's in there as well. So this would be the property, so we'll go ahead and click on the property flow, and we're just going to go between the 2 screens to make sure everything's filled out. For our umbrella quote, this one's for what? Companion. Okay. So we'll just add, we need to add the companion discount here. So we'll just use the application number for now since there's not a policy number. And we'll input that in here. Property is a flood. No, it's not in the flood or wave wash. It's a short. No, it's not a corporation. And no, there's no open foundation. So we'll just click continue. And let the computer load itself before we start. Okay. And it pulled all the information, and this is, once we type in the application number, it pre-fills all the information so we don't have to pull it over. We just need to verify information that they weren't able to pull, like the burglar alarm. If you can see, it's filled in yellow. So we need to go back to our original homeowner's quote and see if that was listed on here. Actually, this is our umbrella quote, driver information, and this is our property quote. Okay, just to make sure. So we just need to fill in that information. So the frame is owner occupied. The roof type is asphalt single, and it was built in 2013. So we just want to input that information in there. And click continue. That's the correct property address. Underwriting. Do any of this? No. And they do have prior insurance. And it's prior standard insurance. We want to choose the same thing here. It's asking for prior. We want to do standard. Whatever the prior care would be, you would list it here. So we want to click other non-standard. The expiration date 7/15. You guys have continuous coverage, 5 years. We'll click yes to continue. And they want us to verify that the homeowners meet the underlying requirements in order to quote the umbrella. We'll just click continue, close this out. That's all we need as a quote. We don't need underwriting review until we issue out the policy, so you can just close that out. As you can see here, I pulled up the rate for the 2 vehicles in the property. This is the quote that we need. So from here, we just need to print out, so we'll just go to the form and attach this document to Epic. So we're just looking for the auto quote. Let's make sure we have everything in here. The umbrella quote. Sorry. So from this page, we want to click on the quote sheet in order to print a copy of the quote and download it into Epic. So we'll click quote sheet, open the sheet up, and wait for it to download. If it hadn't already, we'll just click on it again. Open. This is what the quote sheet looks like. It has all the information on there and the price of it. We want to save it or print it to our desktop. Print, and we want to make sure we name the file correctly. Since this is our umbrella quote, it's going to be UM for the product type, then QT, since it's a quote, and then we want to name it the company file that we're using, so let's say EMC for Encompass. You just save that to your desktop, and then we need to attach it to Epic. So we'll just minimize all this and get down, and as you can see your documents here, and you'll take this and drop it into the client attachment form, and that will complete your quoting an umbrella policy through Encompass website.